All right, folks, we're back with the second installment of Crosley Model 184. And so there's the case. It's pretty easy to take out. We just had a few wood style screws holding this thing together in the chassis with these 4 points here. So just little sheet metal screws. And this is what we got inside. So looks to me like we've got some old leaky capacitors in there. I don't know. I mean, these are very waxy. Don't necessarily know what that means for this setup yet. Just a lot of cobwebs and lint and dust bunnies in there, which is kind of to be expected. Certainly the circuitry has had a better life. So that's what we got there. A little bit better view here of, let's see if I can get the light to shine on that just a little bit better. But the vacuum tubes are stamped with the number 80 on it. Like I said, I've never played with vacuum tubes, so I don't know what that means. It's all a brand new learning experience. So here's the knob here at the bottom. Looks like it goes to a pot right here. And that looks like a simple enough assembly. This is a really cool tuning plate. Man, that's just really cool to look at. And it just smooths like glass. None of these plates are bent. They're not tweaked. In fact, the grinding that we saw earlier in the video was really just this dial indicator rubbing up against the bezel, which is what I suspected to begin with. We've got a little light bulb back here that's a backlight for this green translucent tuning assembly, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I'm curious to see how that'll work. Curious about these vacuum tubes. I think we gotta take all this stuff apart, blow it out. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen one. It looks very interesting. Probably some other kind of tube assembly. Same thing here. It's like a little protective shield around it. Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like this. It's got a point here at the top, point here at the top. But these tubes, these glass tubes that kind of almost have a light bulb look to them, those seem like they'd be really pretty if they were lit up. And of course, it looks like we got a big transformer here. So that's what we got. And then, of course, we've got speakers connected right here. And it looks like, I thought we had, so we got 2 white and 2 black. And then we go to 3 wires here. So that might confused me a little bit. Maybe it's a common ground type system. I don't know. Certainly, again, not familiar with what's going on here. I think my first step is, let's see what I can dig up on a schematic. Maybe there's somebody that's got a schematic that I can, at least get a direction to go by. Otherwise, the assembly in here is not too terribly difficult, where you could easily trace out these wires. It's not like there's a circuit board. It's all hardwired. So if you had to, you could rewire this thing from scratch. But a schematic sure would make things easier. So again, hobby time stuff. I think if I can do just a basic blowout and cleanup and power it up again and see if I get things to perform a little bit better. Maybe I can just hook up just a trash speaker that is known to be working and kind of play with this. Maybe I can get an AM station to tune in. That'd be interesting, because that'll at least tell me what we need to do with these tubes and other items in here. So we'll get it cleaned up and then we'll be back for another installment. Stay tuned.